welcome back once again. Real People, Real Life, right here from Wichita, Kansas, and still with us, Debbie Moore, the hemp lady, Diana with Fired Up, Kansas. Fossa, you had a question.
I do. I have a question. Okay. Please tell me why this has to have been brought to their attention. You're educated in this. Why is a synthetic THC, Marinol, it's only FDA approved synthetic THC, why is that legal here for medical use, but they won't let us use just the actual product for medical use?
It is my opinion, like, okay, let's take it back when Henry Ford invented the first vehicles, and they ran off of hemp biodiesel fuel, and Rockefeller wanted to put gas stations on every corner, so what do you have to do? You have to kill one industry to make a demand for the other.
For the prescription industry, which is engineering these synthetics.
Right, you got to have a doctor to recommend it, and now you've got something that you can't get anywhere else. We could all grow hemp in our gardens.
In our gardens.
Yes, we could.
And that doesn't mean it takes several environmental factors to grow a drug quality cannabis, but we can all grow hemp cannabis in our gardens.
Well, I mean, I grew up in the time when you go down the highways down here in Kansas, it was all over the ditches. Remember that?
There's still plenty of out there.
Does that come from the pioneers? You said the pioneers as they moved
right, as we migrated
East
Coast to West Coast.
So there really was a Johnny Pot seed, wasn't there?
Well, there really was. In essence, there really was.
Just in an essence.
And his name was Dude.
Is that what they say? Like, because we can make money off of it? That's why we don't?
Yeah. That's
it's control. It is control, and that's like I said. If we were making biodiesel fuel for our vehicles, we wouldn't need someone to access petroleum that comes out of the ground,
natural resource.
Or here we bring it now from other countries in ships, and yet we could be growing
and using the resource here.
All our own,
okay,
right, always.
How, with this being so obvious, does this get by everybody?
Duh.
Exactly. Good job, Debbie. Good job,
Debbie. How's that possible?
Because as long as the 3% that control the majority of the wealth, as long as that 3% can control all the raw fiber resources, technically, of the world. Yep. If you want to build a house, you have to go to whoever's supplying timber
and get wood,
and you import that timber from their country or their state, and you bring it to yours, or paper, or we could just keep going. All of the products that could be made out of, could be used as hemp. If we were growing hemp and utilizing it here in Kansas, as an example, well, we could grow our own plastics, and we could grow our own paper, our own textiles. And so the money that we spend in profits for the other states that's bringing us the things that we need to build or process here in the state of Kansas, we could keep right here in Kansas. So the greatest part of the wealth, our efforts, the things that come free, the profits for our labor would stay right here in Kansas. And we wouldn't need the federal government to give us stipends to do whatever, or to dictate to us how we do. And just like you were covering in one of your other the segments, all of the permits that they come up with. Well, all of this is just different ways of controlling the masses of the people.
Mass control.
And when you talk about the 1994 crime bill, I know I rank on that so ever, but what that did is that gave 6% of all the budgets of every federal office and agency. 6% of their budgets goes to the drug war. Even to the grandparents program.
To
this day.
Have we ever won anything on the drug war?
Well, it depends on if you are in the
not when you start factoring in split families that have to be refostered. When you
we took down Noriega. Is that operation still in place?
Don't forget the patents China holds on it either.
They've never done away with the drug war.
But we have a U.S. patent on it. We've also patented it.
But they have over 300.
But they own 307 of the 600 patents that are held. But we import from them. We import
almost 20.
carpets, we import pillows, we import sheets, we import
everything.
They make, let's be honest, they make airplanes out of hemp now. They make
what?
motorcycles and boats, cars.
Yes.
I mean, some of the coolest cars run off of biodiesel fuel. They also have solar. I mean, they're just awesome, and they're all made out of hemp because of the weight factor.
Right now, they're available in the UK.
And France never stopped manufacturing and experimenting with hemp. Of course, they make the rolling papers.
And China makes these nifty lighters too.
And
that's not made out of hemp.
No way.
Well, wait a minute. It could be because you can make a car out of it. So why wouldn't that lighter be?
Yeah,
You'd think it would be flammable.
Plastic?
This is why I argue that. Or it would absorb the fuel.
It's got plastic parts.
I don't know if I've never seen a lighter function off biodiesel fuel.
It could
but graphene.
Yes,
graphene.
What kind of lighter? The one
is
in the
it
gas
really?
pump?
You've seen a lighter that operates off biofuel.
How's that?
Everybody used to use lighting for their house, and therefore they would light everything, and it was run on whale oil or vegetable oil.
That is a true story. Kerosene lamps.
Okay, so back to hemp.
That's
back
the
to
show.
hemp.
You don't get to change that.
One of the biggest things is that they have discovered is the manufacturing of graphene out of hemp.
What?
Yes, cuts it down to half the cost, and graphene is in every electronic device in the world.
True.
So where are we going?
And I just
fire it
said
up and getting
I do
it legal in
And
Kansas.
smack all yours.
Well,
what's the prognosis?
I don't know if you're aware. Did you catch this last election? There were a couple of women that were running against Brownback.
I heard about that.
And
did you by chance catch that?
I did.
Well,
I
I'm just saying one of the things that I caught in this particular campaign, because when I was in Lawrence, I was told that these two ladies got 40% of the vote against Brownback on a Republican ticket. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal. Now, did people support these two women? I don't know. I do know that of a guy with another group that's for legalization here in Kansas, at almost every event that they participated in, stood there with a sign on legalization in their midst. And it is my opinion that was what the big vote percentage was all about. Mm-hmm. People are sick and tired of being left in the cold on the hemp issue. I mean, decades ago, we got left out on the liquor issue, and look at all the jokes they made about Kansas for years and years. We don't seem to be able to get over the creation theory in our schools. Well, seriously.
They joke about us. I was just out of town, and there were people making fun when I said I was from Kansas. They pop jokes about that. I was just like, oh my God. It used to be, hey, Dorothy or something, or now it's this the science books that we changed.
Well, there's a lot of jokks about Kansas ditchweed. But during World War II, we were the number one of four states that were chosen to grow and manufacture hemp for the war effort. Mm-hmm. And so in the state of Kansas, it takes 4,000 acres to keep a single manufacturing stripping company or building busy. And so we had 4 different processing plants throughout Kansas.
I would like to see 4 processing plants.
Well, it's good. It's good for the railways. It's good
16,000 acres in Kansas isn't a lot of farmland either, so you're not cutting into the food stores.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Well, and considering a lot of that food acreage is devoted to corn, which is a direct competitor.
We burn that, though. You're not supposed to eat it anymore. You burn it.
Well, I understand, but they could grow hemp.
But at the time when corn came in, at the time when wheat came in, we were one of the number 1 hemp producing states in the Union. It was so vital to our economy when we gained our statehood back in the 1900s to honor the hemp plant in the rotunda of the Capitol around the murals of plenty and bountiful and gratitude. There is encrusted around the ceiling of the rotunda in Topeka
1861 is when we became a state.
Hemp seeds or hemp leaves are around all the murals.
Yeah. I want people to understand real quick, how can they get a hold of you, Debbie?
Hempforus.com is the website, and I am founder and operate Hemp Industries of Kansas. I do this wonderful radio program on Bacon Rock That's
.com.
the
Baconrec.com.
Tuesdays, 8 o'clock. Come and do a little bacon with a hemp lady, of course. But we have some really good fun sometimes, and it's a dissemination of information and the urging on for people to at least have an education backing, so that when you have this conversation over the dinner table, or God forbid your child or your grandchild just gets caught doing what you didn't want them to do, whether it be a cigarette or whatever, to me, there's a reaction or overreaction to the experimentation of children. I know, they talk about a lot of the eating too many edibles in the states that now have it legal, and here we're going to change the whole process when it's really the gluttony of people.
Okay,
they don't intend to get a little higher. They just can't say no to that second bite of the brownie.
It's like eating an entire bag of cookies.
You need to know when one brownie is enough.
It's that one chip theory.
And just the last couple of programs that I've had on
But
Bacon
that's also
Rock,
why we have alcoholics.
I've been telling people how much you can eat and what you should expect after certain amounts of consumption, and really 1/10 of a gram on top shelf cannabis is plenty to make you comatose. So people that are on and on and on, and I'm going to take that to the different oils.
Hang on a minute, before we go any farther, I got to figure out how can we get a hold of you at Fired Up Kansas.
Facebook, Fired Up Kansas, or firedupkansas.com.
Okay, and you guys have been doing phenomenal, in my opinion, getting billboards situated everywhere.
Their billboards are awesome.
Your billboards are awesome, yes. Thank you. I mean, talk about an education opportunity for folks in the state of Kansas. Those billboards have been helping a lot.
We have a bill that was written. We're just waiting for the election to stop.
You guys do have a bill, by the way, and I know we have just a few seconds.
Oh my gosh,
here.
I gotta know about this. Are we
There's a bill that seriously, these guys have a bill, and I think
for
you're looking
full legalization for all and industrial hemp.
Yeah, we
just need somebody to walk it through the door.
You know how many jobs that would create? I mean, honestly.
We could get rid of welfare. We could get rid of SSI. We wouldn't have to worry about babysitters. Because how many people can still take care of their kids and still maintain?
Hello.
Well, we need to remove fear from our
They took them to the
community.
field back in the day.
What we're going to need here is another whole show on this. And this happens every time we do a show.
Every time.
Every time we do a show.
Never have enough time.
We never have enough time. I swear we need more show time.
It's almost like we need 2 a week.
And that's possibly going to happen. But we'll be right back. Real
Teaser.
people, real life.
Alert.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
It's a breeze when you know your mover.
And we want to be the mover you know. We are ready to move your home or office and provide you with quality, safe, long and short-term storage services. We move locally, statewide and across the nation. When you know your mover, you can rest assured that your possessions will be cared for and treated with the utmost care. Call us today and schedule a free estimate for your next move at 316-838-6140.
At Trailer Town, we're all about selection, service, and safety. Trailer Town Selection, hundreds to choose from, small to large, lightweight aluminum to heavy-duty steel, all types, new and used. Trailer Town Service, the best in the Midwest, from wiring to axle repair. Trailer Town Safety, yes, we do Department of Transportation inspections. Trailer Town, trusted, family owned, 301 West 53rd Street North.
Credit King Auto Sales is getting better all the time. We're doing it better. We're doing it better all the time.
Credit King Auto Sales, the king of buy here, pay here. Bad credit, no problem. The King specializes in getting you in the ride you want no matter the credit score. Credit King doing it better all the time with the largest selection to choose from in all price ranges at one location. The King's Corner, 31st Street South and Broadway. Kansas' biggest buy here, pay here. GoCreditKing.com.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road. Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and lowest prices store-wide, wants to remind you of very important savings days. Wine Day, Tuesdays get 20% off. Beer Day, Wednesdays get 10% off. Microbrews and imports. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Welcome back once again for our final segment tonight with Real People, Real Life, and this is our spotlight on the local business, okay? So we have David Wilkinson with us, and you are with Know Your Mover.
Yeah, Know Your Mover. That's
Yeah.
right, a local moving company.
I know, and I was in your facility last week, and it was very impressive.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what are the services that Know Your Mover has to offer.
Well, we move people locally and around the state and around the nation. We will pack your stuff up safely, store it in our warehouse until you're ready to move, load it in our truck, and take it to wherever your new home is.
And some of the stuff that was stored, you guys store in there, I mean, it wouldn't matter if it was a $50 piece or a $50,000 piece, because I saw a little bit of both.
Right.
But I mean, you guys take extremely good care of everything.
Well, we do, Robin, and the thing of it is, we work for some of the top designers in Wichita that do work for very high-end clientele. So our movers have learned how to take care of $10,000 pieces of furniture and move it into $1 million homes without hurting anything.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the moving business, that's so crucial because
absolutely,
people like to get their stuff in one piece.
I've had to break a couch in half to get it into my house because I couldn't get it in there. So moving's like up there with taxes, debt.
Yeah, a lot of people do not look forward to moving.
Yeah.
Because I think, if you've ever hired somebody before, I have, and I get to my house and I'm like, that was a brand new, and it may not have been a lot of money, but still, that meant something to me.
Well, stuff happens.
Well,
and the thing of it is, if you're...
We call that crapola.
I had a lady call me the other day, and she said, I hired 2 movers from Craigslist. And I was like, and then so she wanted to know our price. Yeah. Well, we can't compete with people on Craigslist because we're professional movers. We're insured. We have insured storage environments. So that takes a level of overhead that you'll want to have so that your possessions are well cared for. Exactly. And that's what we offer. The thing of it is, you can either hire some, and I'm not down on Craigslist. I promote several of my businesses on Craigslist.
I know.
But
it's a free opportunity.
Be very careful. So if you want a real mover that can do it for you professionally, call Know Your Mover.
And Know Your Mover at website, phone, please.
We're at knowyourmover.com, and the number's 316-838-6140. And another thing, Robin.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
838.
Okay, she said, wait a minute.
838 what?
6140.
All right. 838-6140.
And the thing of it is, that number has a lineage. It's very interesting around the history of Wichita. Originally, we were L&L Van Lines, but L&L Van Lines was Barton Transfer and Storage, which was in Old Town, which I think now is where America's Pub is or something.
I think so.
So this moving company has a lineage going back 80 years, and we were formerly a Mayflower agent, but now we're completely independent. That's kind of the story.
This business actually started, I mean, the original business started way back before Old Town is what Old Town is now.
It was just warehouses,
Yeah, it was just warehouse area. But the original business has been here for 40, 50, 60
Well,
years?
L&L Van Lines was started in 1950.
Okay, so it's been here for a long time. And
right after the horse-drawn moving van.
Yeah, right after those. And then it got a little bit...
What do you do with complex assemblies? I run into that all the time because I'm in the pool room business. I had to go to California and pick up a snooker table and bring it back, and this guy was talking about some moving company. And I said, I don't know that I could have a moving company deal with a snooker table.
No, and as a matter of fact, I recently had so we had to move a pool table. We hire professional people that can assemble those. That's not our level of expertise. And that requires a level of expertise.
There's a lot to them.
So, I mean, we're not going to assemble something that we don't know how to assemble.
Right.
There's no way.
I can't remember. I was watching some show, and it had to do with a fish aquarium. Okay, and they were trying to move this fish aquarium, and I mean, this fish aquarium was like from one side of this wall to the other side of the wall, and it was meant to be like a wall, a separation of a wall in some fancy casino somewhere, right? And so they hired these moving guys, and they thought that they had it all. I mean, if this thing would have went either way, right? First of all, like, to me, I'm thinking, well, why didn't you put it in place empty?
Yeah, drain it.
And then put the water in. But I think it was, for the whole television show of the whole thing. And plus they wanted sharks and eel and all these crazy things in there. Yeah. So it was one of those weird shows. You're just kind of buzzing along.
I can't touch that.
Well, anyway, no, I was going to say, I don't know if you guys want to move giant fish aquariums. No, I don't think you want to do that. But it was very interesting. This huge, I mean, it was probably the size of like 2 SUVs, and here's these big old guys, and they're, you get over there, no, you get over there, and trying to maneuver this thing on little wheels that they special made. But the hilarious thing on the whole thing was when they were getting ready, they were so close, and they had to saw the door because the door wasn't wide enough. I'm like, why don't people measure before they do these things? Makes me wonder if somebody from the city of Wichita wasn't involved in that. Yeah,
their tape measures don't measure 36 inches for a yard.
One of the things that David's company does, different from the city of Wichita, is you actually contract out to competent people who can do the things that require that level of expertise.
You have people that have a map?
Well, yeah, we use Google Maps.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
The city of Wichita's got construction going all over these places, and they never look at a map before they decide to block off the only northwest.
Our city workers, them poor guys.
Maybe one step above them.
Does your map show all that road construction at
Google
Wichita's
Maps? Oh no.
No, because what happens is when you enter it in your little thing that speaks to you on your phone or in your car, your little thing, when your little thing speaks to you, and it says, turn it left right here, and so you turn your left and you're like, orange cone. And so even those little,
I figured out where those are coming from, though. That's the new state tree.
Oh wow!
Is that what it is? It's the new state tree.
We're talking about moving. Do you feel moved?
No,
I feel moved.
But hey, honestly, can I ask you a question? You said something about. Dang it!
Come on, Princess.
Lie about
Bring it.
Bring it.
You said locally and nationally. So, like, if I want to move, let's say I want to get out of Kansas. And
she wants to go to Colorado.
Well, no, I do not.
No, okay.
I want to go back to Padre Island. No, I'm just kidding. I want to go to Florida. Let's say I want to go to Florida.
Oh, yeah,
Florida
it's not a problem.
Anywhere in the United States?
Anywhere in the lower 48.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't like to go up where it's cold either.
Yeah, I'd love to move you to Hawaii.
But
But you don't got boats for that?
Do you know how much it is?
Ships.
I know. Do you know how much that is?
We don't do overseas moving. But yeah, we have several movers that work with us for a long time.
They come in, they show up, okay, I wear whatever I want, cute high heels, hair done. I don't have to break a sweat.
No, honey.
Do I do anything from the time it gets
just stay
packed?
at your room in the Residence Inn and just chill.
And then when I show up at my new place, it's going to be unpacked?
Well, now we can do that. We can unpack. I mean, you would need to be there to unpack it.
Right, because
we don't know where you want it.
I was going to say, don't put the china over there.
But you know
why
what?
they put that in the
level of service,
exactly.
The level of service we can provide is commensurate to the size of your wallet. We can do whatever you need done if you can afford it.
Unless you have one of those giant fish tanks, and then it's still up to
You're still going to have to cut the frame.
Car, speed costs money. How fast you want to go?
But the thing is, and I mean, are you going to show the video on this?
Yeah, it's just going to air
part
on
of
the
this,
show.
and it's, you can see our guys move really high end stuff. Like tomorrow, we work for Tiffany Farha Design, and she works for very well-heeled clients, and we're going to move like 60 pieces of furniture into this new home that they just got done. And this is some delicate stuff.
You're not going to have to cut out the door to make it fit?
No, that's kind of funny you guys mentioned that. Did you see that entertainment center I showed you? That
I did see it, and that's kind of what I thought about.
Yeah, well, we have an entertainment center that a client had, and she built a new home. We moved it to our other home. Well, guess what? We couldn't fit it into her new home.
She built it?
She had
it was custom built for her former house.
Yeah, and this thing is huge. It's probably 10 foot tall.
It's 10 foot tall, 8 feet wide.
10 foot tall, 8 feet wide.
And it's for sale if anybody wants it.
Yeah, by the way, it's for sale.
Just make sure it's big enough. Your house
I was going to say, he's like,
Robin,
Robin, you got to come see this.
I would take pretty good.
He would take a price, but
a couple grand.
Holy crap, that sucker's
Solid
nice.
wood too.
It's
It
$10,000
is
piece of furniture.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I'll have to look at it.
And I looked
Put
at
it
it
at
and
the
I was
club.
like, well,
It's
that
on my
ain't fitting
Facebook
anywhere in
page.
my house. I mean, I don't have a 10-foot door that it would go through.
Look.
You know, you'd have to have
I
at
have a
least that.
chainsaw.
But we've moved that thing several times, and it takes 6 guys
It doesn't
to
get
move
stolen.
it. You know, to move it safely
Yeah. So
without
I
hurting
believe it. It's
self or
huge.
other.
Yeah.
We used to have
It's
to take the doors
gorgeous.
off that new refrigerator they just put in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you say other, I know what you mean because I rearrange my living room all the time. And if you look behind my furniture, you will see like chunks of the drywall gone from me, like
Smashing
You know, and the thing of it is, you see people moving all the time, and they got stuff piled all over a pickup truck, and you know, you'll see a piece of
Then you-
furniture on the side of
I was
35
gonna say, then it's
highway.
okay.
No, yes, you stack. That's
You know,
that's aerodynamic.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Self or other.
Exactly.
I've actually had
definitely.
a mattress fly off. I'm looking in the rearview mirror. It's in midair. There's cars all around. It luckily landed like safely in the
You know,
medium area.
I've never moved a Princess before.
I had
At least
somebody
not
like
with
you
a
take me
van.
off of a bike.
Oh, God.
No, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
We have way too much fun. I just, you
telling you.
know, I'm
Know your
telling you.
There's no
mover, right?
motorcycle.
Know your mover.
I'm
It's very
him.
important.
Yeah, so don't do it like Fawcett. Do it like him.
Yeah, and you just injured your foot moving something too.
I broke my toe, and that sounds like nothing, but I literally had to have surgery on it and had to have the pieces put back together.
Oh, I do.
And it was dislocated also
Cardiac surgery on
because I decided
No,
to
you
move
don't.
a Chase Lounge myself.
Yeah, don't,
So-
you know, sometimes you
Don't do
should
a
know
fossa.
not to move your furniture by
Now
yourself.
I know who had me breakdancing down the highway.
Hello.
It wasn't on the highway; it was on Seneca.
There you go. There you go.
I won't say dime or dare.
So anyway, one more time. Know your mover. KnowYourMover.com.
Yeah, knowyourmover.com.
Know your mover.
316-838-6140. Find us on the web. Google us.
We're out there.
I
You'll
answer
see
the
us on
phone
here.
7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
There you go.
Don't
There you
call
go.
me at 3 in the morning.
We have
come on.
a lot of
Pizza.
very, very
Pizza.
interesting shows coming up here on
We do.
Real People, Real Life. So make sure you stay tuned because we got so much more coming at you every single week.
Thanks,
See ya.
Marvin.
Thanks,
Hey,
y'all.
See you
thanks.
guys.
See you next week.
The views expressed in the preceding program do not necessarily represent the views of this station or its management.
Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg Drive, a Wichita tradition for awesome dining and always a great time. Enjoy our Monday to Thursday specials, including half-price chicken and shrimp dinners. Sal's is open 7 days a week. Come in, relax, and let us give you the treat of fine dining and good fun in a beautiful atmosphere. From our family to yours, Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg, Wichita, Kansas.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and lowest prices store-wide, wants to remind you of very important savings days. Wine Day, Tuesdays get 20% off. Beer Day, Wednesdays get 10% off. Microbrews and imports. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Knapp Weaponry is the home of Wichita's newest indoor temperature-controlled shooting range. Mention this ad for 2-for-1 pricing weekdays from noon to 4. Knapp Weaponry is an NRA Business Alliance member that offers NRA and state-certified instruction classes, training, and women's unarmed self-defense classes. We buy and sell new and used guns and offer gunsmith services. Knapp Weaponry offers a free range session with the purchase of a new gun. We also offer transfer services and an array of ammo. Knapp Weaponry, the West Side's best kept secret.
At Economy Motors, we know that everything costs more these days. Gas costs more, utilities cost more, groceries cost more. But what's one thing that will not cost you more? Buying your next vehicle with us. Everything we have is priced $12,995 or under. Bad credit, no worries. No crazy gimmicks and no bait and switch. We keep it real. Economy Motors, home of Easy Pay. We've got your back.
Don't worry, please, don't worry, 'cause at Economy Motors, we got your back.
It's a breeze when you know your mover.
And we want to be the mover you know. We are ready to move your home or office and provide you with quality, safe, long and short-term storage services. We move locally, statewide and across the nation. When you know your mover, you can rest assured that your possessions will be cared for and treated with the utmost care. Call us today and schedule a free estimate for your next move at 316-838-6140.
At Trailer Town, we're all about selection, service, and safety. Trailer Town Selection, hundreds to choose from, small to large, lightweight aluminum to heavy-duty steel, all types, new and used. Trailer Town Service, the best in the Midwest, from wiring to axle repair. Trailer Town Safety, yes, we do Department of Transportation inspections. Trailer Town, trusted, family owned, 301 West 53rd Street North.
Credit King Auto Sales is getting better all the time. We're doing it better. We're doing it better all the time.
Credit King Auto Sales, the king of buy here, pay here. Bad credit, no problem. The King specializes in getting you in the ride you want, no matter the credit score. Credit King, doing it better all the time with the largest selection to choose from in all price ranges at one location. The King's Corner, 31st Street South and Broadway, Kansas' biggest buy here, pay here. GoCreditKing.com.